So I'm starting with the clear prop.
No, leave that full rich.
Ah,
yep.
Okay.
So eyes outside, no one around.
Just so I can talk, that's all. So, to start an engine that's full lean, alright, that's a fuel injected engine. For a carburetted engine, it's always full rich.
Yeah. We also do full rich,
yeah.
But before we set 1,000 RPM, we take that out, we lean it.
No, that's for a fuel injection.
Oh, sorry, the other way around. We start lean and then we rich it.
That's for
and then we take out the...
that's for a fuel injected engine.
This.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
this
right.
isn't fuel injected.
Yep, got it. Alright, so we got green for oil pressure, vacuum. This is a vacuum, right?
Yep, correct.
It's in the green, yeah. Electric alternator on and it's charging. Meter, well, it's on 0. Battery's fine. Radio is on.
Yeah, so I've got 12265. And if you want to get the
12265.
accurate QNH, you can go 13405. Yeah.
134. 05. And how do I switch? Is it this one?
That one, switch. Alright, then you need a 1 second pulse. Oh, it's actually 05.
Oh.
That's 50.
05, yeah.
Information service, Cessnock Airport. Time 2359 Zulu. Wind 310 degrees magnetic. At 11 knots. Temperature 17. Dew point 10. QNH 1009 hectopascals. Rainfall last 10 minutes, nil. Automated weather information service, Cessnock Airport. Time 0000 Zulu. Wind 30 at 11 knots. Temperature 17. Dew point 9. QNH 1009 hectopascals. Rainfall last 10 minutes, nil.
Okay.
Happy?
Yeah.
Let's get rid of that.
So back to CTAF. Alright, so wind is 300 something.
Yep.
So we're taking off
35. So
35.
that's confirmed with the windsock, yeah?
Yeah. Alright, done with that, so we can taxi.
Okay, terrific.
Alright, brakes off. Checking for people around us.
All good.
So we're going on the dirt road.
Go on the dirt road, yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Brakes good.
Yep, terrific.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll test my brakes. And they're
Cessnock
working.
Traffic November Charlie Oscar is turning base 35, full stop, Cessnock.
35 full stop.
Alright, just a bit of aileron into wind.
Oh yeah.
To taxi. And feet off the brakes to taxi. Heels on the floor.
Yep.
Just use the throttle if you're getting too fast to pull it back. That's it.
Compass is working. The eye is working.
Feet off the brakes.
Yep. Heels on the floor.
That's it.
Just reducing RPMs. Alright, so we're taking the taxiway to the right?
Yeah, we'll go to the right. So you can do a taxi call, mate, if you like. So it'll be Cessnock Traffic, Cessna 172, Mike Charlie Juliet. Taxiing from the western apron for runway 35 run-up base, Cessnock.
Okay.
Cessnock taxiing Mike Charlie Juliet on the western apron, taxiing for runway 35, Cessnock.
Yeah, if I get something.
Cessnock Traffic, you should have said at the start,
Traffic,
and then
sorry.
Cessnock at the end. So try and stay on the centre line. So you always want to have your nose wheel which is in line with this compass on that yellow line.
Yellow line, yep.
Okay, so that means you're not going to hit anything. Just feed off the brakes, put your heels on the floor.
Yep, heels on the floor. So we're crossing this taxiway.
Now we're going to turn right.
And
turn right.
turning right.
Alright, so it's a full rudder, and if you need to tighten the turn up, you just put a little tiny bit of right brake on.
Right, so we
Yeah.
still have brakes on the wheels, so I can do differential braking.
That's it.
Alright.
And aileron into wind.
Yeah,
We don't want to get that wing picked up by the wind.
yep.
You can see how
Yeah,
gusty and uncomfortable it looks out there.
yeah. I'll be practicing these calls before I'm back. Back on this line. Okay, so run up bay, where is that?
Yeah, just keep going straight forward.
Yeah.
Cessnock Traffic November, Charlie Oscar, clear active, Cessnock.
So QNH was 1009, so you can set that if you like.
Yep, I normally do that at the runner bay.
Okay.
Is that like a personal preference, or everyone is different in that? What do you have?
Oh, no, it's probably standard procedure.
Yeah, it's in my checklist for the run-up set of checks that I do. So
Okay.
one of the items is
Uh-huh.
the instruments.
Sure.
So that's when I know to do the compass,
Right.
DI, and the altitude.
Perfect.
All right, run away, right? So I'm just going to take.
Yeah, so
And-
generally, this run-up bay is really quite stony. So if there's nobody behind us, I'd generally just, over this really nice black hot mix stuff,
On the black?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just put the prop over there because we're constantly having a fight with the council with these stones on.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we.
That's fine. That's fine. Just
Yeah.
there. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's fine.
All right, pre-takeoff. So brakes on. So trim, takeoff trim. And I guess the rudder trim is in the middle, so leave it as it is.
Yep.
Neutral. Mix is rich. Primer.
Primer's locked in, so you just want to make sure that primer is locked in.
Oh, okay. We didn't really need to use that. That was
No,
enough.
we
to do the
don't
job.
use the primer. We just use this to prime it. Yeah.
Sure. Fuel quantity. Yeah. Checked it earlier.
Sure.
On insufficient. So instruments. I've set the altitude indicator to the QNH 1009.
Looks a little bit low, doesn't it? Let's go with 210.
Exactly.
210
So you
feet.
know
Yeah.
what the altitude should be.
Yeah, correct.
All right. So the compass 6. Probably a little bit to the right towards the east.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Compass set. Yeah. Artificial horizon. All good. Directional gyro, 10 coordinator. That looks fine.
No flags or warnings on the turn coordinator. It's good.
No. No.
Perfect.
T's and P's in the green.
Yep.
What oil temperature
Yeah,
is
that'll
kind of
come up. That'll come up shortly.
Yeah. All right. Traction is not in the green. It's on the 4.
Yeah, if we add a bit of power, so it'll go up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So test idle. So let's set that to idle.
Certainly.
All right. All good. Stable. 1,700. Okay, 1,700. Drop of 8. So I take that out, see if there's a drop.
Yep. So what for the drop?
All the way?
Oh, hang on.
What happened?
that's come out. It's all good. I'll get the engineers to sort that when we get back, okay? So,
Okay,
back
magnetos. Okay. This is both left. Yep.
Yep.
Drop both. Right. Check. Alright, back to both. Okay, smooth running. Engine instruments, vacuum, green. Temperatures and pressures, green. Ammeter on the 0, battery is charged. Let's go to 1000 RPM. 1000 RPM, circuit breakers checked all in. Okay. Check flight controls. So. Yep, elevators. Ailerons good. Batches and harnesses are secure, and the emergency brief. So I give you my version of the emergency brief.
Sure.
So I'm going to abort this takeoff if any of the following occurs during takeoff. If during full throttle the static RPMs have not reached 2,250 or 2,300, if there's any strange noises coming from the engine or the cabin compartment, if I'm unable to reach takeoff speed of 60 knots, would I say about halfway down the runway?
Yep.
There, halfway down the runway, I will abort the takeoff. I'll do that by setting RPMs to idle or setting power to idle and applying brakes as required to slow down the aircraft and exit. If I'm airborne with runway remaining and there is an engine power loss, then I will set RPMs to idle, push the control column forward to avoid stall, reland the aircraft, and then apply brakes as needed and exit the runway if possible. If I've taken off without any runway remaining and I experience power loss, then I will look for a suitable landing spot within 30 degrees of the nose of the plane. Ensure that the plane doesn't stop by pushing the control column forward, set RPMs to idle or set power to idle, and reland or land the aircraft. I will not attempt to return back to the runway unless I'm at least 1,000 feet above ground or established downwind. And that concludes the safety briefing.
Understood, that was good, thank you very much. Departure brief?
Yeah, departure briefing. So today we are departing on runway 35. We have a wind of about 13 degrees from 300 and something degrees. So that is a little bit from our left. We'll be pushing us towards the right, so be careful to maintain the center line as we're taking off with rudder. Also expect bumpy conditions as we'll be visiting the training area here in Cessnock, and be also particularly careful for the on the final, because I saw a plane earlier was just having a little bit of trouble. Sure. This is not a controlled aerodrome, so keep ears open in CTAF's frequency to get some situational awareness of what's happening around here, and of course eyes looking out for traffic. That's the departure briefing.
Yeah, so how are we going to depart the circuit? So that's what you want to know.
Sure,
so that's the departure brief?
So yeah, I guess in this case we'll be departing on the crosswind leg. So we'll depart upwind, reach circuit altitude, turn left, continue forward a couple of miles.
Yeah, so we'll do an overhead departure. We're going to go out to the east. So we'll take off on runway 35.
Yep.
All right, we're going to climb to 500 feet, which is 700.
Yep.
All right, we're going to turn left. So it's a rate 1 climbing turn to the left. We're just going to depart overhead. We'll climb to 2,500. We'll depart overhead. So when we're overhead the airfield, that's when we do a departure call. So it'll be something like Cessnock Traffic, Mike Charlie Juliet departs overhead. We're passing 1,100 on climb to 2,500. And we'll be in the training area for the next 40 minutes or something like that.
Alright, so we indicate that as well. That's our intention.
Yep, that's our intention.
Okay, I'll try to do that.
Yep, all good, all good. If you have any trouble, I can handle the radios, that's all good.
You can jump in.
Yeah, not a problem.
Alright, so just to clarify, once we take off upwind, we continue the climb to circuit altitude 1,200?
Not circuit altitude, 700. That's 500 feet above the runway, that's when we depart. So we turn left.
Alright, so the departure is under circuit altitude, not above it, departure?
No. We're doing a climbing turn, so we turn left at 700 feet, We're still climbing.
Yep.
We're climbing overhead to 2,500.
Okay, so it's going to be a continuous climb.
Correct.
We're not going to level
Yeah.
off at any point in the circuit.
No.
All right, okay.
No, we'll just keep climbing until we get to 2.5, but we can depart overhead quite easily.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good.
All good? Let's go. Go to the holding point, we'll do the line-up checks.
Yep.
We generally sort of face the approach, just to check that there's no one on base or final.
Yep. I have to use a bit of brake here. All right. That's all clear on the right
yeah,
side.
we go right to the holding point. This is the only time you're allowed to go off the centre line. Okay, as you come to the left slightly. Come to the left.
Oh, sorry, to the left.
Left. Yep.
Oh, so you can
Yep.
see. Oh, I see. I see.
Okay, because we're in a high-wing aeroplane, I can't see the approach.
Yeah.
All right, then we face into wind. There's no one on base or final.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the line-up checks.
So line up. Alright, so light and strobe.
So we don't have strobes in this
So
aeroplane, but we
beacon
can
is
go
on.
landing light on.
Landing on.
Yeah.
Transponder.
Is this one, so that can go to alt.
What's
That's
this?
it.
Alt?
That's alt, correct.
What does it mean?
Altitude.
Oh, okay.
So it's squawking altitude. So you can see that.
Oh, it's flashing.
See it flashing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. That's where it says altitude.
Yep.
Alt.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
DI and compass. So directional indicator. Oh, yeah. Well,
Yep.
yeah,
So that's
still
all good.
synced.
Okay,
Alright.
terrific. Still no one on base or final, so the next thing we do is a radio call. Cessnock Traffic, Mike Charlie Juliet, enters and rolls, runway 35 for an overhead departure.
35. Overhead departure.
Yep.
Okay. Cessnock Traffic. Alright.
Cessnock Traffic, yep.
Yep.
Cessnock Traffic, Cessna 172, Mike Charlie Juliet, entering and lining up runway 35 for overhead departure, Cessnock.
Yep, got it.
Over,
Alright, let's go.
entering and rolling, so the correct
Entering
term.
and lower.
And rolling, so that means we're going to depart straight away.
We're not going to stop. Yeah.
Righto, you can shut your window, thanks Peter.
Window closed.
Lovely. But then we use all of the runway, because the runway we leave behind us,
Oh, yeah.
runway we leave behind us is no good to us.
I was following the line. Right.
Alrighty.
So rolling full throttle.
Aileron into wind, got a crosswind takeoff. Just take the pressure off the nose wheel, so
Yeah.
slightly centralising the controls as we speed up.
T's and P's in the green. Speed is alive. 40 knots.
Power's set, power's checked.
50. 60.
Righto, rotate.
Yeah. Right rudder. Knots, pitch up. Yeah, still need to keep that ailerons to the left. 300 feet.
That's it, so we normally do after takeoff checks, so it's power is set, undercarriage is fixed, flaps are up, switches come off, so your landing light can come off. Instruments, we're climbing.
Yep,
We're on
500
runway
feet.
heading, and temps and pressures are still in the green.
600 feet.
Yeah, approaching 700. We can do a lookout, looking
Clear
right,
right,
centre, left,
center, left.
and it's just a rate 1 climbing turn to the left.
So that will be a 15-degree climbing, and I'll maintain that climb
Correct.
at 75 knots.
Yep.
Keeping the ball in sync.
Centre, perfect. Perfect.
Right rudder.
A little bit more right rudder, so if it helps you, you can put a bit of rudder trim in there. If it's constantly out to the right.
Yep. So there's a runway. Continue
Yeah.
the climb.
Yeah, continue the climb. Just maybe stop your turn there for a little bit until we're sort of right over the middle of the runway.
Okay. Continue the climb.
Yep.
Right rudder.
That's it. the Hunter Valley Gardens over there, Michelle, off to the right.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice to go and have a look around there. We
Okay,
turn left.
continuing
Beautiful
left.
gardens. So yeah, we depart overhead. So when we're overhead, we say Cessnock Traffic, Mike Charlie Juliet, departs overhead. We're passing 1,600 on climb to 2,500. We're tracking to the east. Cessnock.
Okay.
Cessnock Traffic, Mike Charlie Juliet, passing overhead Cessnock Airport at 1,600, heading over to the training area for about 40 minutes. Cessnock.
How's that? So continue climbing,
Continue climbing.
to what altitude?
Let's say 2,000. Let's go to 2,000. It's quite.
Yep.
It's getting more pleasant here as we climb.
Yep.
So we'll level off at 2,000.
And leveling off. And let the speed pick up a little, then reduce throttle.
That's it, about 2,300 RPM works well.
2,300 RPM.
2,300, yep.
Yeah, cruising RPM. No,
That's
cruising
it.
that one. Okay. I'll trim it once it settles. Oop, don't pick up too much altitude. Trim.
Excellent.
Just a little.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I might use the rudder trim in a moment once I
Yeah, no problem.
got it. Okay, I've got 2,100. Just pitch down a bit. So that's Cessnock.
This is Curry actually, this township. So
Right.
Cessnock's off our right.
Back, okay.
Back that way?
Yeah.
This is Curry. Over this way we've got Maitland.
Yep.
Alright, that's Greta, Brankston, up that way. And then obviously we've got Newcastle over there.
Okay, this is actually trimmed okay.
Working alright?
Yeah.
Maybe just one click to the right on the rudder trim. Try that to see if that ball centers a little bit more.
So that's a wheel.
Just lift it up and go one click to the right.
Oh, okay. So you got to lift it and then
Yeah.
it's not a wheel, it's like a lever.
No,
right?
it's a lever that goes into a D10.
Yep.
Yeah, so the training area sort of extends right down to, that's called Freeman's Gap down there on the way down to the Central Coast. And this is Mount Sugarloaf, the one with the two antennas on it. And it goes sort of about 10 miles to the south of the airport. But we might just go on the northern way. We'll go up towards Maitland, over the top of Maitland Airport. Yeah.
So do a 30-degree turn.
If you like.
Yeah.
Right, roll wings level there, and this Maitland Airport's just straight over there. Just straight on the nose, so roll wings level. Yep, that's it.
So for forced landings, since we're up here, I'll just point out a few places. Like if we had an engine failure now, obviously there's a lot of space there.
Lots of places at the moment, isn't there?
But there's also the water I'd like to avoid.
Yes, yep.
There's more woods and wooded areas here, which is not very suitable. So I'd go to the
I'll be
right.
going that way, yeah, for sure. Let's just go to the right a little bit more. I'll take you straight over the top of Maitland Airport.
Yep.
I might just do an inbound call to Maitland. Maitland traffic, Cessna 172, Mike Charlie Juliet. We are 3 miles to the south, inbound for overflow. We're maintaining 2,000 feet and we'll be overhead at time 25, Maitland.
So the time you gave out is UTC? Of course the minutes, you gave the minutes which is the same. But
yes, the same.
So you estimate we're going to be then, say, a minute or 2 minutes?
2 minutes, yeah. I haven't heard anyone, because they're on the same CTAF as Cessnock. I haven't heard anyone flying anyway. I just thought I'd just make a broadcast, go over the top of Maitland, and then I can go and show you Cessnock Airport as well. I don't know whether you've ever been out to Cessnock, but it's a grass strip.
Okay.
Cessnock Traffic Tango Romeo proposed taxiing from the northern apron to the holding point runway 17, Cessnock.
He said runway 17?
That's at Cessnock, yeah, he's just taxiing.
To runway 17 to take off from 17?
No, yes.
Okay, so he's going the other way.
No, he's taxiing to get fuel. He's crossing the threshold of 17.
Alright,
yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Because he didn't mention departure or...
That's right,
circuit.
Yeah, no, he's just taxiing. Yeah, so you can see Maitland Airport here in front of us.
It looks more developed from up here than it does when you're driving.
Yes, yeah. Beautiful part of the world to fly. So the only above 2,500 feet here we're in controlled airspace. As long as we're below 2,000 around this area, we're fine.
Yep. So
to the south we can go all the way up to 8,000.
Yep. Because to say north you've got Brisbane, so that's controlled area.
No, we've got Williamstown.
Williamstown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Winds is pretty calm on here.
Cessnock Traffic Tango Romeo proposed crossing the threshold 17 for the fuel bowser.
Got it, fuel bowser. Yeah.
Alrighty, so we can turn out to the left here.
Yep. Clear right, centre and left. Do a 30-degree turn.
Maitland traffic, Mike Charlie Juliet overhead 2000, we're tracking for Luscantire, Maitland.
So you said we are tracking for Mr. Rest.
Luscantire, yeah, we're just telling him where we're going, because Luscantire is also on the same frequency as us. So if there's anyone flying there, they would respond to me to say,
right. Is that like an airport, like or a grass strip mentioned?
Grass strip, yeah, correct.
Okay, so I also need to become familiar with those locations on the map.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we've got 100 knots. Is that the regular like cruising speed?
Normally about 110 we get out of it, but we've got a fair bit of headwind.
Yeah, I can feel that now. Yeah. Right, left rudder. Right, that's good.
Alrighty, just out to the right a little bit here. Yep. This is Luscantire. So the wind's blowing this way, alright? Yeah, when we get over Luscantire, okay, we've got 2,000. If you like, I'll give you a simulated engine failure and you can just practice a forced landing onto this runway.
Yep,
yeah?
Sure, that'd be good.
We won't land off it because it's quite wet, and it's because it's a grass strip, it could be quite boggy, so we won't land, but we'll just conduct a go around where we're a little bit lower.
What's your altitude for go around.
When I tell you to go around, yeah?
Okay.
So yeah. So just a little bit more around to the right. You can see the rowish hangars on the left.
Oh, yes, okay.
All right, and the runway, you can just see the gable markers. There's 2 white gable markers up this end and 2 white ones on the far end. I don't know whether you can see that or not. So generally, how we teach the forced landings, especially for something like this, is that from overhead 2000, all right, we do our initial trouble checks, all right, then we go straight to our best glide speed, and we go straight to the position where the normal base leg is. All right, then we spiral down and get into that normal position where we normally turn base.
Right, so do you do the, I guess the K1, K2 I think it's called?
Oh, high key, low
High
key,
key,
no,
low
we
key,
don't
no?
teach that.
All right.
We don't teach that, that's more of a military thing.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you do a spiral just to make sure you don't travel too far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just give it to you and see how you do it.
Yeah. So 1,900. There's some power.
Traffic, Cessna 172, Mike Charlie Juliet. We're approaching overhead at 2000. We're for a practice flight approach. Nice control. Alrighty, I think we're pretty well right overhead.
Yep.
Okay, simulated engine failure.
Okay. Simulated engine failure. I'll pitch up, get to 68 degrees. Sorry, 68 knots. Right there. Glide speed. That's good. And once I have this stable, I will trim for that speed. Pitch down a bit. Right, trim. So I know we're landing below, so pretty much right under us. I'm going to run my checklist for forced landings. So CFM carburetor set to on, which is on now. All right. Fuel. Seems like we've got plenty of fuel for some reason. The engine is stopped, but we do have fuel. Fuel selector is on both, so that is also good. And the mix is rich. So yeah, I don't see any conditions that would cause this engine to fail. So
So remember where the wind is coming from, it's blowing us this way, so we need to
Yeah.
land into wind. So I'd probably start to turn if I was you, otherwise we're going to run out of
alright, so I'm going
time.
to turn to, actually, yeah, I'll turn
Left,
to
no, left. Left hand packing. What's your speed?
Yep.
So hold 70 knots, don't worry about 68, just
Yeah.
70 knots. It's better off to have a little bit more.
Yep.
Especially in these gusty conditions. There we go, there's 70.
Okay.
Cessnock Traffic Tango, remove pass crossing threshold 17 from the fuel belt to the
Continue
northern
turn.
apron. Cessnock.
So yeah, there's a good spot there.
Yeah,
Continue
so we're
to
going to
turn.
go on to the runway. Remember, we
Yep.
briefed that over here.
Yep. I would go full.
Which
go
way are we
flat
landing?
now.
Which way are we landing?
It could behind us.
Yeah, where's the wind coming from?
Right now it's behind us.
Yeah, so we want to land into India.
Continue the turn.
Let's go around. Let's have another go. Mind the 2000. Let's go around.
All right.
So I'll demonstrate one to you.
Yeah, thanks. Wait for the speed to pick up. Okay, 1 knot of flaps.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, climb.
You just spent too much time mucking around where you need to make a decision and get the aeroplane on the ground. Yeah. Because everyone's life on board is depending on you to do it.
I've got to
all right.
That meant that I wasn't quite clear of where to land.
Yeah, all good. So on the runway where the gable markers are. So let's turn to the left, just a climbing turn to the left, climb to 2000, and I'll demonstrate one to you.
Yep.
Have a look at the wind in the turn. See, we're getting blown right around.
Right, now I can see the markers.
See the markers?
Yeah.
So that's the runway. We're going to land on runway 30.
And there is a windsock there as well to the right.
Yeah.
Okay, now I just pick it up here.
Yep. So as soon as we get the engine failure, we go straight to that familiar base position, and then we assess, am I high, am I low? If you're too high, we can spiral down. If we're too low, we can
traffic,
turn straight to the runway.
India 8 nautical miles north at 2000 on descent inbound. Cessnock traffic.
So I want to land in this direction.
Correct.
On the way back.
Into wind, always into wind.
Got it.
So turn left, climb over to 2000.
So continue my left turn while climbing.
Correct.
Alright, just use best climb speed.
Rather than fixate on the instruments, just look outside and set an attitude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Okay. We can't be that precise that we can fly at 68 knots, so you just ballpark it. 70 knots is fine.
So spend more time looking out.
Yeah, look outside the aeroplane.
Okay, I use those peaks over there for navigation.
Okay, turn left.
1,800.
And level out at 2,000 for me.
And level.
2,000. Level out at 2,000.
I continue to 2,000.
Yep. Lost control traffic, Mike Charlie Juliet's overhead 2000. We're conducting a practice flight approach on the runway 30. Lost control. Okay, alrighty, level out. Okay, my controls. Your control. Righto, simulated engine failure. Alright, we've had an engine failure. First thing I'm going to do, any forward speed I've got, I'm going to convert that to height. Okay, try and get a little bit more height out of it. Okay, I've got 70 knots. First thing I'm going to do is CF most, carby heat's on, mixture is full rich, oil temps and pressures are in the green. Fuel's on both switches. I'm going to cycle through the switches and try and get it restarted. It's not restarting. Alright, I'm going to cycle through the throttle, see that it's not the throttle linkage, we're not getting it restarted. Alrighty, I've got a field pretty well underneath us. Alrighty, I'm going to go over to Brisbane Centre, which is 1257, and let them know what's going on. So Brisbane Centre, mayday, mayday, mayday. Mike Charlie Juliet, Mike Charlie Juliet, Mike Charlie Juliet. We're overhead Cessnock Airport. We've had a total engine failure. I've got 3 people on board, and I'm attempting to land. I'll attempt to call you on the ground. Alrighty. Alrighty, I think I'm with that wind, I'm going to go straight for the runway. Okay, I'm not going to complete an orbit because I won't make it. Yep. Alrighty guys, we've had an engine failure. I'm attempting to land at Cessnock. I'll just remind you how the seatbelts work. Lift the silver flap to get out in an emergency, and to get out of the door, it's going to be all the way back. After we land, I'll meet you behind the aeroplane. We've got an ELT on board, so we'll grab that. Alrighty, I reckon I'm going to make that, so I'm going to go 10 degrees flap, and I can deviate from best glide speed now because I know I'm going to make it.
Cessnock Traffic, Sierra X-Ray, India joining crosswind, runway 35.
Alright, I'm going to take full flap. We need to get in. Alright, I'm too high, so we need to get in.
Wow, 40 degrees.
40 degrees. It's an emergency, yeah? It's an emergency. We just do what we do to get in. Alright, crosswind from the left. And that's it. Carby head away. Just raise the nose. Raise the attitude a little bit. Positive rate of climb. Flap comes up in stages. Alrighty, happy with that?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Do you want to have another go at that, or you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got
sure.
time.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Climb to 2,000 overhead.
climb.
We'll do the same thing. So you saw how quickly I had to work to get it done. I couldn't muck around. We had to get on the ground. Yeah. So we can't dilly-dally around. We've just got to get the job done.
I think the main thing is number one, to pick your side, your landing side.
Correct. Yeah.
After that, depending on how much time you have, you can do the rest. So I'll continue climbing to 2,000.
That's exactly right. So they're all only if you have time things, yeah? Main thing is maintain control of the aeroplane and get it on the ground safely.
900 feet. How far out should I go while
Just climb overhead.
climbing?
Climb overhead. There's nobody here. The whole airspace is ours.
Yeah, it's very comfortable up here. There's no planes to worry about.
Not today. Normally it's very busy. Just not the best.
Cessnock Traffic, Sierra X-ray, India, turning base, runway 35, Cessnock Traffic.
So turning, he says he's turning base. His intention is to land on runway 35.
Correct.
That's Cessnock. Okay, 1,800.
Okay, let's turn to the left so we don't get too far away. Yep. The runway's over there, just off your left shoulder.
The windsock is very small on this field, as you can barely see it. 1,800.
Right, continue to turn.
And 2,000. Now level off. So the landing side is just below us.
Correct.
To the left.
Yep.
Alright, reduce RPMs.
Alright, are you happy?
Yes, we can do that. Of course.
Alright, yeah. Just turn to the left a little bit. I'll just do a radio call. CTAF Traffic, Mike Charlie Juliet overhead 2000. We're conducting a practice force landing onto runway 30. Last control. Simulated.
Alright, let's exchange some speed for altitude. Alright, so that's my side. I'm going to use glide speed. I'm going to do one orbit, but I'm going to do that orbit from here, so I'll continue turning.
Sure.
Like this.
Alrighty, let's attempt to try and get the engine restarted. Yeah.
Yeah, CFM. So mix is rich, fuel is sufficient, carb heat is on, throttle is push it in, and then start the engine. It failed.
Okay, it's not going to
Right,
start.
fuel selector is also on both.
Beautiful.
Forget about
Excellent.
that. Alright, so CFM is complete. I'm continuing with my orbit, just glide speed a bit high. So now my side is on the left side. I'm
Side
going to
left,
continue
yeah.
with one more orbit. Yep. Right speed is good. I'll trim now. I would make my call now to Brisbane.
Yep, perfect.
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Mike Charlie Juliet on, don't remember the name of this airport.
Luscantire?
Overhead, McIntyre?
Luscantire.
Luscantire. Experienced 4-engine failure. I'm doing a forced landing. 3 people on board. I will call back if possible after we have landed. Mike Charlie Juliet.
Mike Charlie Juliet, copy, Mayday.
Alright, so passengers, as you noticed, we've got a full power failure. Don't worry, I've done this many times before. We're going to do a landing, forced landing. I've selected a field. I am going to turn and land there. Once we are on the ground, I need you to remain calm, open the doors by lifting up the latch, exit the plane, and then move towards the back of the plane, about 30-40 meters behind, and I'll meet you there. Alright, so yeah, continue with the glide. I can see where I'm going. I'm going to maintain this profile until I get a bit closer. Just get back to my glide speed because I'm going to need it. There you go. Looking good. I've got the headwind as well.
You got a, yeah, big headwind.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm going to be a bit short.
That's all good. Go around when you're ready. Cover heads away.
Yep, full throttle. And there's no flap.
No flap.
Right rudder. Alright.
Yeah, so you probably just needed to turn a little bit more aggressively because in the turn I just knew that we were getting blown all the way out.
Yeah,
but that's all good. That's something we can work on, yeah?
This is something I'm just building up to because I'm a bit scared, to tell you the truth, of turning too steeply.
Okay.
So close to the ground, because I'm just still getting used to what the plane can do.
Yeah, sure.
What it's safe to do.
Sure. That's something we'll work on. We'll have steep turns.
Yeah, I just realised that my noise reduction has been off all this time. So this is loud. Alright. So just remove all the trim from the glide earlier.
Yeah.
And pitch up.
Very good. So we're coming up on about an hour. Did you want to head back in or?
Yeah, let's go and try landing.
Okay.
That's quite important.
Sure. So just climb to 1200 and we'll turn left.
Continue the climb to 1200 feet and then do a left turn.
Sure.
Trim. So carb heat is off. Mix is rich. Right. 1200 level off. And left turn. Pull back and power.
Traffic, Cessna 172, Mike Charlie Juliet is 8 miles to the northeast, maintaining 1,200 inbound. We're tracking to join a downwind runway 35 and circuit area at 53. Cessnock.
53. Oh, okay, 5 minutes from now. Yeah. I do feel that there is a drift.
Charlie Kilo, taxiing for fuel.
because of the crosswind. Pushing
Yes,
us
it
to
is
the
pushing us
left.
that way.
So where is the airport?
It's actually just over to the left. So you can see, a little bit hard to see.
You can see some white roofs.
Yes, it's directly, you can just see the black runway, runway 17.
Okay.
So see in the distance that little domey mount?
Yes.
Yeah, so just bring your eyes down and just on the right, there's the black runway.
I think I've got it,
That's
yeah.
the runway.
Yep.
Alright, so I just said we're going to track, to maintain 1200, we'll just track for a downwind runway 35, the easiest way to do it. Yep. So yeah, the training area sort of comes all the way up here, goes right down to the south where the mountain range is, out to Freeman's Gap, and then across to Mount Sugarloaf.
Yeah.
It's a fairly big area.
Okay.
And the beauty of it is that as soon as you take off, you're in the training area. You don't have to commute anywhere.
Yeah.
Where do you go for Camden? It's sort of, I know it's to the south, about 5 miles.
Camden is pretty close as well. It's
Yeah.
Bankstown, that's a problem.
Yes.
It's like 10 minutes flight to get there.
Yeah.
But Camden, you're there immediately. And then you've got an option to go north or even south.
Okay.
So with the new airport though, it's going to complicate things.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah, for
I picked
sure.
up.
For sure.
Yeah, we're losing the north training area.
Okay, so you got the runway there now?
Oh yeah, got it.
Yep.
So we are pretty much on base.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
just switch to final.
No. We're going to land on 35.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite direction.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
This
we're going
is
to join.
17.
We're going to join downwind.
Sure.
Runway 35.
Maintain 1,200.
Yep.
I'm just going to reduce some power.
Sure.
Yeah.
How you going in the back? All right.
Good.
Still with us?
Yep.
Haven't jumped out yet?
No.
Hasn't thrown up.
Safer in the plane than out.
Say that again?
Safer in the plane than out.
Yeah, that's it.
I like parachutes.
Yeah, right. I haven't done that before. Never
Neither have I.
gone skydiving.
Planes are great.
Yes.
Yeah. When I was younger, I actually wanted to do parachuting.
Uh-huh.
But the older I get, the more
Yes.
risk averse.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. That's just so funny that your kids don't want you to go in the same aeroplane. So just around to the right a bit more.
Yep.
Just so we get in the circuit. Can't hear anyone else in the circuit. There was someone taxiing before. So I think we've got the whole place to ourselves.
Very good. So this runway is shorter than what I'm used to, and it's a bit narrower as well.
Yeah, no problem.
So a bit more precision.
Yep. So we may as well go through pre-landing checks if you like.
Yeah,
so
sure.
You can do bump fish.
So do bumpfish. So brakes, good. Undercarriage is down. Mix is rich. Fuel is sufficient for a go-around. Switches. G2 landing.
Correct.
Lights
Yep.
on.
Yep.
Magnetos on both. Fuel selector on both. And then hatches and harnesses are secure.
Lovely. So just a little bit more to the right. We're just getting just with that wind, you can have a look at the windsock, see how strong the wind is. So we're going to have to hold off.
Oh yes.
I don't know whether you've done crosswind circuits yet.
No, I haven't.
Okay. So we're going to hold off a fair bit of drift.
Okay.
Okay.
So the windsock indicates that the wind is really coming from this direction right now.
Correct.
So what, tailwind?
No, I can say it'd still be favouring runway 35, or it's all direct crosswind.
Yeah.
Pretty well. So just turn out to the right a little bit more.
Yep.
And you can give a joining call. So it'll be Cessnock Traffic, Mike Charlie Juliet. Joins downwind runway 35, Cessnock.
Okay.
Cessnock, Mike Charlie Juliet, joining downwind for runway 35, Cessnock.
Maintain 1200, bump fish has been completed. It is favouring runway 35. Yep. Alrighty, so just a little bit more to the right, we're a little bit close. little bit close.
And normally from here I'll look for about halfway on the strut.
About a third.
A third
of the way down the strut. Alrighty, so see this dam with the jetty in it?
Yep.
Once we go past that, that's about the perfect place to turn base.
Yep.
Alrighty, so what we do is beam the threshold, we go carby heat on. So carby heat come on. Speed check, we're below 110 knots, first stage of flap. Perfect.
And usually we go to 1,800 RPMs at this point with my
I'd say probably 2,000 for this, yeah.
Less power.
Less power.
Okay, 2,000.
Alrighty, what's this?
Maintain altitude.
Yep.
And yeah, we're going to start turning now. Clear right, center, and left. So left turn.
Cessnock Traffic, Mike Charlie Juliet turns base runway 35, full stop Cessnock.
Yep.
Righto, so 70 knots is good. That's looking good, mate. Wings level, and we can go second stage of flap. And that'll be our final landing flap.
Yep.
Alright. Start pushing down, 500 foot per minute.
So 1,500 RPM at this point?
Just push down 500 foot per minute.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Right. And then power. So we're getting a little bit fast, so pull the power back.
Yep.
That's it. Intercept the center line. And we just try and keep that center line underneath your seat.
Yep.
Alrighty, so we're going to be flying actually like that along final. And then right at the end, we'll kick it straight. Alright. So a little bit fast.
I've got idle on the throttle.
Idle, and that's looking good. Okay, so 300.
Cessna 206 Victor Mike November.
Copy, head away.
To threshold 35 for navigation and start. Departing north, Cessna.
Okay.
Righty, mate, it's going to be pretty challenging to get it on the ground.
We're good. I can see the windsock. Right. Move back a little. Yeah.
I'll help you, mate.
Yeah, okay, you got it. And into the wind.
That's it. Yes.
There's a jet there.
If you haven't done crosswinds, it's pretty
no
challenging, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty challenging.
I was going to go around if you had it.
That's all good. That's all good. You get very good at crosswinds. At Cessnock, because there always seems to be a...
Cessna, give me a Charlie Kilo, crossing runway 35, Cessna.
Nice. Well, thank you, Alex.
No problem at all.
Fun.
Alrighty, so after we've landed, we can do after landing checks.
Right, so power...
sorry mate, it will be after landings there.
Yep. Okay, flaps, let's retract flaps, transponder to standby.
Yep. And
cap heat off.
Cap heat off. And I just turn the landing light off as well.
Landing light off. Okay.
We might just taxi forward. The 206 is just trying to come out, so he's waiting for us. So we'll just go straight forward. Thank you. And just where those two green hangers are, we're just going to go straight towards them, and then we'll turn left right at the end.
Got it. Just reduce RPM, slow down.
Well, that was good. I enjoyed that. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Hope you did.
I did.
Alrighty, just keep going straight forward. Yeah. Let these guys get out. And we're just going to turn left. And just where all those little oil blobs are all over the tarmac there.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to park there because it's really stony to the right of there.
Yep. So, is that like a fuel bowser?
Correct, yeah, that's our MoGas bowser.
So how do you...
Avgas over the other side.
Okay.
Yep.
So you just go straight in and...
just stop here. Stop here.
Yep.
That'll do us, so we can shut down.
Oh, okay. Right. Shut down. So set 1,000 RPM.
Yeah, avionics master can come off.
Radios nav 8. So, yeah.
Avionics master off.
Oh, sorry.